We keep saying because he embalmed his brother, he's going to go down. My brother and sister, there is no evidence that's going to prove him wrong, that's going to prove us right. It's only going to be his own word against ours. Because we don't have evidence, we don't have videos. There's a CCTV camera in that house, they already take it out, they already destroy it. That's fine. Now, what should we do? It's so easy, so simple. I keep saying it time without number. We don't have evidence, we don't have case in the court of the criminal court. Okay, Baba Mohbad need to write a petition to the coroner inquest and let them know that, hey, this autopsy that you guys are going to bring, I don't trust it because I was not there when the sample was taken. I was not there when they sent it to oversee. So I don't trust this result. This is my reason. Someone called the Lagos State spokesman at Berekete the other day. Hey, sir, do you carry Baba Mohbad along with all this process you guys are doing? The man said, why should we carry Baba Mohbad along? For crying out loud, this is the person that lost his son. This is person, you need to carry him along. You need to let him know what you're doing, the steps you're taking. You need to be aware of everything. But you guys are not carrying along, and you think you guys are going to give them justice. You guys are not going to give them justice. So I want to tell them, I don't trust this result. Please, we want more time so I can go and have my own private investigation, and we can do our own, our own analysis on why, time, where my son died. Of course, they're going to approve it because he has the right to it. Then they're going to start from the beginning where those whole things start. First of all, they're going to ask for the for Wunmi, Mohbad, and Liam's passport because there has to be a motive to this murder case. What is the motive? Why did they kill this guy? What happened? Now, okay, do we have visa on it? What kind of visa on it? We have on it. Okay, oh, he has a Canada visa on it. Oh, you do not have Canada visa on it? He did not have Canada visa on it. Is that the motive why they killed this guy? Now, let's go to the account. Wunmi, where's your account? Where's your husband's account? Okay, we heard that Mohbad doesn't have a bank account. Fine. Wunmi, your account. Why do you have so much amount of money leaving this account when you know this account belongs to you and your husband? Because there is a motive. That is the reason why they're asking this question. You know that the police will not do it. They don't want to do it. But now the private investigators are going to do it. They're going to ask questions. They're going to go to the hospital where they say they take Mohbad to before he died, so to say. But the hospital said he is dead before they brought him here. Okay, fine. They're going to write it down. Then they're going to go to the house to do a serious analysis in that house. I'm talking about the analysis that can take them 3 weeks or 1 month. And how are they going to do this? Splendid said Mohbad came down when he was in the living room. He said, oh, is this how you guys are going to be looking at my hand? Blah, 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 like that. They're going to ask Splendid, Splendid, where were you? Where were you sitting down? How is Mohbad coming down? Where is he coming down from? Before he asks you this question. They're going to ask each and every one of them their position in that house before all these things happened, before Mohbad died. That is what they're going to use to analyze this case. Why they are doing all this? They must as well go and take some called US overseas that is going to help them to do this autopsy and the toxicology. They're going to ask them how much it's going to cost them. And I can tell you, money is not going to be the problem because the public is going to help Baba Mohbad to save, to contribute a lot of money for that cost. They're going to send it out and Baba Mohbad will not sit at home.
But sorry, hold on. You actually know that all this thing you're saying, the police know about it, but they are not doing it.
That is what I just said earlier on, that they're not going to do. They're still going to, they won't do it. You guys should forget that they won't do it. They will not do it. That is why Baba Mohbad needs to carry out his own private investigation. That is what we, the public, need to help Baba Mohbad with. Not all these people going around saying, oh, they are the team, Baba Mohbad, they are this team, that. Because to me, these team people, I'm not going to try to jeopardize, bring their efforts down, but they are not doing what they're supposed to do in this case. And these things I'm saying right now are the things they're supposed to do when it comes to a murder case. You don't use murder case as a word to words. You need evidence. You need to analyze. You need to carry out autopsy. You need to carry out all these things. Not
you need to have plan A, plan B. After the inquest, what are their plans after that? They need to have, if plan A don't work, plan B will work. You don't wait until you get disappointed before you not start talking about it. No. So since you've been disappointed in this last inquest, so what are the plans that you've already put in place to make sure that the justice is served? You know, I'm not seeing any efforts.
You know, let me tell you one thing. You know what, Brian? So just 1 second. They will come back telling us that, oh, this country is not good. The same song we are hearing before. That's what they will come back to tell us again. When we are trying to prevent, because we understand the way these things goes and the way these things are, we try to prevent it so that it doesn't happen as usual. But they will make it happen as usual again. Then they will come and complain as usual that is how the country is. I mean, our kids.
Okay. So the next thing they will do is they will take they don't even need their phone. They don't even need their phone because their phone is of no use. Why? Because they must have deleted all the old relevant thing on their phone.
But by now, say by now, but then their phone is of use.
Okay, all right, by now.
And even if they delete the phones, even if they delete all the stuff in the phones, there are systems whereby you can still pull out every single detail that they've had since they bought that phone.
Yes, you're right.
So what are they doing? So these are the reason why all the teams need to start working together. Yesterday, I didn't have the chance to really come up, and the day after that, before that, you know, but I was saying they were all talking to us. I said, look, what are we fighting ourselves for? You guys need to go back to the drawing board and then plan again before the next corona inquest. If not, they will just come read the result and tell every single person that to fuck off. And that will be the end of it. And then it will happen again. And then it will happen again. And then we'll be coming on the TikTok here and screaming like some animals.
See, if by now it's difficult for them, if by now it's difficult for them in the next 2 weeks to get Prime Boy to speak, it has been difficult for them to get him speak. Is it after the next corona when they have closed that you will get them speak? When they have packed their load that they will not want to do again? Is that when you can? It will be easy. You go write petition for court trial. By now, you know petition for court to answer for you. Now there you go begin write petition. You go say, this country bad. This is tough. Weary.
You know what? I feel like by the time the next inquest, the what's it called? The autopsy result will have been out, and maybe they are going to say it's during the inquest, and they'll be like, "Oh, okay, this is what killed. This is what canceled this boy."
That's the reason why. That is the reason why this.
Then they will hand the case like that. They'll be like, "Okay, this is it. Nobody is guilty." Blah blah blah.
I don't care.
So what is the next step?
That is when Baba Mohbad have to tell them, like, I don't care what the result is. They don't need to, before they read it, they need to write a petition to them and let them know.
Immediately.
I don't trust that result. So they should give us more time so we as well can go ahead and do our own private investigation.
Is it the team that they are not doing? Are you talking about this same team that they are not doing private autopsy? There's no private investigation by now.
That is why I said the reason why I said they need to talk to Baba Mohbad so he can write this out to the corona inquest before they
let me just reply somebody on the comment section. Sorry guys. Look, yes, there will be a criminal court, but that criminal court can be once in every fucking 7 years.
Wow.
They will drag it as long as they want to drag it. Didn't you guys see the case of what is it called when they took them 27 years to get justice for him, Tupac? So it can be once in every fucking 7 years. Wow. Because the inquest has already closed. And then they will have a sitting. They can cancel anytime because they go on recess. You know, they'll cancel. They'll be like, oh, we have a case today. And then they'll be like, you know what? We're going to have a recess. And then so it will be the next coming 1 year. And that is how they're going to be dragging this case until maybe one day somebody will not come out and really speak the truth. So maybe that will take 20 years. That will maybe take 20 years. This justice we are seeking for, it's not going to come tomorrow. But it is what we are doing. that matters. What are the strategies in place? You know, you don't relent.
That is
You
what I'm
don't
saying.
relent.
You see,
Thank
we
you.
can get this justice
See,
in
at
less
this
than what you don't even expect. If
there are
we take
strategies in
now,
place.
before this corona inquest is closed.
But
Like,
sorry,
okay,
I want to ask
please,
one.
we-
I want to ask one question. Yeah, I'm sorry. Is there any organization in Nigeria that it is not corrupt?
Nobody's. I mean, everyone in Nigeria is corrupt, one way or another. So that's the reason why I said, if we get this private investigation, Baba Mohbad himself need to go with them everywhere they're going to. Like if they're going to court to go and seek for paper to present to the telecommunication, you need to go with them. Any day they're going to get the result from telecommunication, Baba Mohbad need to go with them. Any day they want to go and take the sample, Baba Mohbad need to go with them because he's the only one that can trust himself. He can't trust anybody. That's the reason why Baba Mohbad as well need to go with them. He should not even elect someone like, okay, oh, this person will help me out. No, he will be the one to go with them. If he does not, they're still going to be compromised with the result.
It's actually a shame. Like,
Enough
it's
with the
actually
cry.
a shame.
All of them, you know, because look, it's always Baba Mohbad that is at the forefront. Look at the rest. You can see that they are guilty. Because seriously, what stopped them from going to the last inquest? Every single one of them. You know, I mean the members of the family. What stopped them? So for you to know that they are all guilty. So this is the reason why Baba Mohbad and his team needs to actually have a plan. Because if not, I feel sorry for them.
You know,
seriously. And the reason why Tupac was able to get justice was because it was here. If it was in Nigeria, they would have eaten amala and gufe to cover it, and that would be the end of Tupac.
You know, Nigeria has actually become a country whereby anybody can do anything and you can actually go scot-free. Desperate times sincerely need desperate measures. Look at the time. I don't think there's ever been any case that all the citizens have actually been on its neck for over 6 months like this. This is the first time ever. And I was saying it that if we don't get justice for this one, guess what's going to happen? People will just be married like that and they will never get justice. At this point, if we don't get justice for this case, maybe we'll never get justice for any case again.
And you know, my brother, the reason why this justice is the reason why it's still kind of lingering is because everybody is becoming more civilized. Thank God for technology, you know, and we have better education now, you know, because if we don't start having to take actions, you know, within us, Nigeria, we cannot fix Nigeria. It's the youth now that can fix Nigeria.
I want to make reference from the case of George Floyd. You know, George Floyd too, just like in America, I don't think George Floyd case was the first one for the first black man that will actually get justice. That, you know, and what did they do? They actually did a peaceful protest, even in a country whereby all of them are civilized. Now, I respect what Mr. Thomas was saying, but everything Mr. Thomas was saying, you're a citizen. You are not. I don't even think maybe you learn any criminal this thing or investigation this thing. The police, the DSS, the NSA that we have in this country. Don't you think they must have thought about that? Don't you think they must have thought that they should go to MTN Glo or Airtel to get the digital footprint of everybody that was in the house, the calls they make, the text messages they sent? They know all these things, but they are not doing it. They are not doing it because
they are not doing it because the family have not demanded. You have to demand for justice. You don't just sit there and you tell them do this, do this. You demand for it. You request.
At what point do family need to tell police or law enforcement to do what they are supposed to do? Are we not paying tax? We are paying tax. They're supposed to do their job. It's just like we've seen a lot
We've seen a lot of cases like this in Nigeria. We know how it all ends. You see, when people say something like, "Oh, these people, they are friends." If you go on YouTube, just search for Elegushi's party. You will see the likes of all these governors in there. That is the way the Nigeria system is being programmed. It's a party government. The moment Elegushi can be a friend to the governor, if he kills someone, he's going to definitely go scot-free with it. Because it's all about party government. That is what they do. And they all know what they should do. Everything I'm saying right now, they all know that's
what they are doing. Because since they don't know what they are doing right now, so you need to tell them what to do, what you are expecting of them. If I was one of the members of the family, I will be on social media every day and I will be laying my demands. Because I'll be like, look, so far I have been waiting on you guys to do this, to do that, but I have not seen what you've done so far. I know you are doing your best, but I demand for this and I demand for that.
Yeah,
you demand for it. That is how you get justice. You demand for justice. That's how you get it.
How do you demand for justice? How do you want Baba Mohbad to demand for the justice now?
Because so far, what have they done so far? What have they done so far?
That is why they give them Corona Inquest. It's because they demand for justice.
Well, was that a Corona Inquest that they had to close the whole thing because someone fainted or rather choked in his own saliva?
That is what I said. This is government. That is the Nigerian government for you. They will keep giving you guys excuses upon excuses because they don't want to do the right thing that they know that you do.
In Nigeria, sometimes we Africans, sometimes we are too weak. We are too weak. You need to use the language they understand. Because Nigeria, if you don't take things by force, you don't get given it. You take it by force.
There's nothing Baba Mohbad can do by force when it comes to law. You see the law. You see this law. Now they told you, they give you excuse. Do you know what Baba Mohbad said?
I feel like Baba Mohbad can actually demand. Baba Mohbad can. He can.
He already demand. That is why they give
Can I chip in something?
But because the man is poor, they actually see rich people would tell the police what to do and they would do it. So what are you saying?
Being poor has nothing to do with justice. It's your voice you use for justice. I don't like when people are ruling it to be because you are poor.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I chip in? You see, for me, the way you all have been talking, you were talking as if Nigeria is a banana republic or is a jungle. People are getting justice in Nigeria. There are cases of homicide that they've gotten justice. So don't let us say because you are used to foreign country where things work, they can't get things done. The only difference here is this. When you know the situation, let me finish, Oga. Relax now. Relax.
I stayed in Nigeria for over 30 years.
Can you please let us speak?
You've spoken, Abi. You've been speaking since, Abi. Relax. There is nothing new you want to say. What I'm simply saying is this. When you know there is lacuna in your system, as citizens that want something out of it, what do? You devise way to mitigate against it. All of us that we are here, tell me, how much has the Aloba family demanded for justice, if not for the public? How much have they demanded for justice? Can you love Mutiu more than Mutiu family or parents? How much have they demanded for justice? Where do you speak? How much has... Please, let me finish. You've been speaking since. Can you tell me, since they've been getting legal representation, how everyone here, can you please rate their legal representation? They have legal people that are working in Nigeria, that understand the challenges of the Nigerian system, that understand the challenges of the Nigerian police. How much have they worked to get justice? There are precedents of cases in Nigeria that there have been influences and the family got justice. What we need to begin to talk about is number one. Just sit down and say, Baba Mohbad legal team or Wunmi's legal team, how much have they actually chased justice the way we talk about this matter? How much have they started to analyze it and see this is where we
That's my point.
now, so before you come out and just rubbish the system, there are people living in Vietnam. There are people living in Afghanistan. There are people living in Iraq. There are people living in Colombia that have more devastating system, but people are getting justice there. Is Nigeria as worse as Colombia? No. Is Nigeria as worse as Brazil? No. Are people getting justice on matters like this in Nigeria? Oh, yes. Not too long ago, a lady got justice for her husband that was killed by an influential man in Osun State. That guy that was sentenced to life imprisonment or death, whatever, Oriyomi, that guy was very, very influential in that state. He has supported politicians to be in power. He has supported kings to be in power. But at the end of the day, was the guy not sentenced to life imprisonment? So don't let's come and say as if in Nigeria people don't go to court. If we say that it is, then we shouldn't have lawyers in Nigeria. But what did the wife of that guy do? What did she do? She went all out, seek help, and she was asking questions. She came with evidences. When my husband got to the hotel, he sent me a message. He sent me a picture. He lodged there. They've cleared everything. If not for the wife that insisted, they wouldn't have gotten justice. That is a family of someone that lost someone. Now, tell me, let us be clear. You live overseas or you don't live overseas. Even if in overseas, are you telling me there is no corruption? I will tell you 3 cases in America and UK where there are corruptions. But the truth is this. When you know that is lacuna in your system, when you know that you are in a society where the most influential do suppress the non-influential, what do? You reach out to people and get their help and fly with them. How much has the Mohbad family, Aloba family in general, how much are they aligned with the public on this matter? Is it not the same family when some people went to get C2C of the inquest that came with a publication in the press that says whoever that Baba did not approve to represent them should not represent them? Is it not the same set of people? Is it not the same set of people when a group of Nigerians, both home and abroad, got lawyers to say this DNA you are talking about, we will foot the bill. They wrote petition to court. Baba come and sign. No, Baba did not go and sign. Baba said, I cannot sign because my lawyer is doing one, or this is in January, or Wunmi, we don't know where she is now. This same set of people, after time had passed, now came in March and said they went to court. Even it was on this panel, we were correcting them that you should go to which court? They don't even know which court to go to. Is it an high court or a magistrate court for a paternity test? And the law is well explicit. That is 2 months after some people wanted to help them. Is it not the same group of people that said they are around Baba and Baba flows with them that carry them to Brekete? So what is the outcome of Brekete? The question you will ask of yours is this. Can a mother, can a passerby love a child more than the child's parents? So let us ask ourselves, how much has the family of the Aloba come together to say they want to fight for this thing? You know your enemy. You know you are fighting a system that is operated by the most influential, the politician. But there are people that have fought them and they've won in this country, Nigeria. Many people have won the government. Many people have taken federal government to court, taken authority to court, and they've won. I am a living testimony. So irrespective of whatever lacuna or imbalancing that is in the system, if you want justice, you get it. All you need to do is to be certified. Lead the front. But look at it here. We are the one leading it for these people. Do you think they will get the justice? Because if we demand, we want to do autopsy. Do you remember since when we've been crying for the family to do private autopsy? Just yesterday, they now came out. We want to go and do toxicology in America. Come on, man. There are a lot of things that has to be done. And they failed to do it. How can you fight it? Why you know you are fighting against people that are trying to suppress it. So who is going to lead it? Is it me that have no connection with the family? Is it you that have no connection with the family? So all I'm saying is this: as much as we like to paint Nigeria black and blue, I live in Nigeria, I've lived abroad, and I understand the lacuna in every system. But I will still stand and say, even in Nigeria, you still get justice. But you must be ready to get it. There are worse countries. And as a matter of fact, Nigeria ranked number 1 or 2nd in settling homicide cases in Africa. So there are precedents that this matter can get victory. But in all those homicide cases, the family always stay on their neck. They write letter, not making noise. They have receipts by going to offices where they demand. They now come on press to talk. But how has this family been fighting? They come on the pages of newspaper. But you ask them, what have you done? They've not even gone to the authority where they need to demand for things. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? In this last inquest, the lawyer that represented them, what question was the lawyer asking? A lawyer in Nigeria is going to an inquest to ask for permission for autopsy. Is that where you will get permission for autopsy? Why you are a lawyer in Nigeria? Come on, man. We can talk from now to ever. If the family do not take the mantle of the race and lead and other follow, they are not going to get anywhere. So it's going to be like a drop in the ocean. I will continue to argue. But I will not be part of a discussion where we will say everything in Nigeria is bad. No. There are precedents of cases like this. And
it's when you romance a situation.
Mr. What's it called? No one is
romancing it.
Everything I just said right now, I never paint Nigerian black, white. And I never tell you for once in everything I said that there is no corruption in everywhere. Every country, there's always corruption in it. All I give right now, what I fed down is that you just listen to attack me. All I just said is what Baba Mohbad will do to get justice. Like you said in your word, and I quote you by saying the lady that is it Festus, the Festus' wife, that she went out there to seek for help and to do what? To seek for evidence. And that is the main important thing I just spoke about, to get evidence. Why should we think that an individual have to go and hire a private investigator before something can be done in Nigeria? If not because the system is corrupt. Okay, now we all know that everywhere in the world is corrupt. But there's always a limit to corruption. Because the governor and Elegushi, they dine and wine together. Now, this Baba Mohbad might not get justice. But in the US, a governor or a mayor, you know your mayor. You can go to the house and dine and wine. But that does not mean when you commit a crime, you will not go down for it. You will definitely go down for it. But now Nigeria has
example. See. I don't want us to say because of Elegushi down with the governor, you will not get justice. No. I gave you a good classical example of Osho State. I told you the owner of that hotel paid huge money for the governor election. The owner of that hotel installed the king of his town, and still he went to jail. So that is not a yardstick. My point is simply this. We understand the lacuna in Nigeria's system. Given. Don't let us talk about it. What we should talk about is how to mitigate it. And we've been talking about it. If we've been talking about it, the people that ought to lead it, are they leading it? Now, all of us have spoken about telephone forensics. Has the family that likes to put out press releases every blessed day, have they spoken about forensics? What are they talking about? They want to go and do autopsy. You see, there are a lot of things that even we ourselves, if we are a team, we will know you are not doing well. You know some people don't want you. Still, You are not working in a way for yourself to stand out. So you're not going to get answers. That is my point. You're not going to get answers until the Aloba family, if it is Joseph Aloba that wants to lead it, until they lead it right and they do the right thing. I continue to ask them this question. When they came and they said they were talking about DNA, tell them to show us the writ of Simon that they got. Tell them to show us the CTC of the previous inquest, if they are actually preparing themselves to win, to get more facts out in this inquest. They don't have it. And these are the people that they want judgment. You guys get it? It is not the public that will go and look it for you. The public have told you where to go. The public is ready to fund you if they can. Have you made any step to apply to those things? Let me tell you one secret. The last time that these people are making noise and saying they are the one that fought for the inquest to open, I will say a lie. They wrote a letter to the inquest, put a letterhead of a chamber, and did not put address to it. So how will the inquest get back to them? And everything they requested, how? They had to go back and rewrite the letter. Why some other people have applied and they got it? Even the Falana chamber was against one of the parties that even joined on their own capacity and say, no, these people should not come here. But how much has the family of the deceased, how well have they done? These are the questions. I remember when Papariano started to say, these people are negotiating behind. They came after him and said, oh, Papariano, you're calling us out. Papariano, you're not doing well. If you continue to treat this matter like kid glove, don't call them out to do the right thing, we will all come to this place. In January, or end of January, they went to Brekete. What is the outcome of Brekete today? When the state said they were going to do toxicology, and it will take 8 to 10 weeks. People, we were shouting, by now, start to do your own. They said, no. Brekete said it is when it's over. Now, they are the one that released yesterday that they want to do
Mr. Risto,
come on now. Why waiting for so long?
Mr. Risto,
Hello.
Mr. Risto, sorry, I want to drop here, but I wanted to ask you, what do you suggest going forward, and what do you think about the idea of holding a protest in Lagos?
Number one, I've said many things going forward, and they've written it down. I hope they work with it. If you go to protest, you are protesting at your own risk. That is what I will say. If anybody goes out to this place, Lagos is not New York or London, where you can protest, carry placard. Number one, this matter is a matter of the public. And you find out that many people that show love for these artists, they are most of the youth out there that are engaged in a number of vices. When these people say they go to protest, they begin to carry out unnecessary acts that the police will come and do something that will harm people. For me, if we want to protest, protest by your pen and paper. Protest by sending petition to where you should send it to. And come and put it on the media. Government don't like to be called out. No government likes it. That is how you protest. Protest by hearing your voice. Not just on social media. Not just on TikTok. There are other media. If you check some other people, they are working on Instagram, Facebook. Most call out for Mohbad's justice is on TikTok. Compare it. They have to be strategic. I've told these people several things. They have to be strategic. You need to be forthright. Before you come to the press to talk, ensure you have written a petition and they've received it. You will not come and publish the received copy. That is calling them out because you put it before them. Because those evidences, when you get to court, you will use it against them. That is how the way you fight the system is not by just making noise. It is good to have civil unrest, civil protest. But in Nigeria, there is insecurity everywhere. There is no state governor that we want protests to lead to something else. Therefore, they will try to shut it down. People are hungry. People don't have work. They will take that opportunity to rob the few that are trying to work. That is why it's not going to work. Protest for me is not going to work. For security reasons. But There are better ways to protest. They don't protest with your pen and paper. People abroad are already protesting. People abroad have already written embassies months back around December before these people came to say some activists. What has been done far back in December. They've written over 30 embassies to say they should be wary of Wunmi traveling. They've done that. Protests went on in New York. Protests went on in London. It is not done by people in Nigeria. It is easy to do that there. If you say you want to replicate what you did in New York,
London, that was not a protest. Sorry.
It doesn't matter.
Dara,
It doesn't matter.
Dara,
See,
don't say that I was there. I was there. So
if
it
you
is
say
a
it's not a
protest.
protest, let me
Okay?
define a protest for you.
Do you
Some
need to
people can
fight
protest.
and destroy things to protest? Is that
See,
what you call a protest?
Protest is hearing your voice publicly.
Violence, no.
Zara,
So what are you
listen.
not talking about?
Zara,
Wunmi is
Zara,
prostitute.
listen.
Wunmi
No,
is
Listen now.
nobody said
Zara.
that. They were not saying Wunmi is a prostitute. Nobody was saying that. We were.
Listen, everybody. Protest is a public display of your ill or your displeasure. You don't have to be violent with it. Once you carry a placard, it carries it. What do you do with that protest? Amplify it with media. Finish. The people you are talking to will get it. Was there a protest in London? Yes, there was a protest in London. More than 10 people organized themselves in front of a consular. That is a protest. Was there a protest in New York? Yes, there was protest in New York. Now,
And guess what, aristocrat? We even met with him, but I know he didn't want us to video record him. He told us what to do, which is already done.
Thank you very much. So that was a
Yes,
protest.
sir. Are we encouraging for another protest? I don't understand. I'm just
No.
concerned.
No,
Someone is asking if
aristocrat
they should protest.
just said
I
that
said no.
because it is Nigeria, it's going to get out of hand, so we shouldn't even think about that. So which I kind of go with, because people do take things out of
No, things can go out of hand. There's no issue.
Let me ask Mr. Aristocrat a question, please. Mr. Aristocrat, okay? I'm not trying to go against what you just said right now, which is really good. You may mention something earlier on by saying we should not condemn Nigeria. What makes you think that is not okay to carry out a protest in Nigeria?
I've answered that.
Wait, Aristo, please wait. Let me quickly. Formers, you be Niger.
I be Nigeria.
You said you grew up in Nigeria now.
Because sometimes a man sort of man shock me, like Mama Fukeboya, like care about the image of Nigeria. Could they die? Okay, like what in Kota one Shinipi, that's why most times you see that I interrupt people like control narrative because they don't know who is listening. I don't want to make this an avenue of people to begin to manhunt or begin to hunt down Nigerians and begin to feel like this represents all of us. As a human being, our effort, okay, what is happening here is happening all over the world. We have to understand this. But the way it's attended, attended to, in places, it now varies. Okay, if we now want things to become perfect, it's going to be a journey. It's not just going to happen like that. If you look at the whole African continent, you really have to applaud Nigerians with the way we are coming out with the amount of, with the amount of the different factors, elements that we have outside them that is really contributing to causing this whole level of corruption. There's so much background, please. I don't think we have to begin to learn to be when we are up, please. I expect every level of discipline. It's very, very important, please. Okay? One person can't be disturbing everybody. You have to pay attention to be conscious that, okay, we are discussing here. Let your mind be here, please. All right? So now this is what I'm saying here, okay? We want to fix things. It is not easy to fix things unless, like me now, I have handwork. Anybody who has handwork, who understands what it means to be technical, understand me? They are very careful, even when they want to condemn, right? I have been those days when I used to teach maths, okay? Or even when my fellow colleague do their own method, right? and I want to fault it, I'm very careful because I understand that under that same time, under that same condition, what better can I do? Okay, I would have given every level of consideration. Okay, even with this, at least this is supposed to, no matter how slow it is, this is supposed to be in place. Okay, those are the kind of consideration. Nobody should be like a robot. Nobody is an angel suddenly. The same thing we want to fight. Most of us, if you check each of our characters here, how we're relating, we are still living those lives that we are trying to fix. Those lives that we are trying to fix, we are still living those same lives. In this one, just from Mubad, I have seen people, okay, coming out, initiating threat, saying that they want to meet with somebody, they will pay money, somebody will go and beat that person, they will kill that person. I see the same harshness here. We are complaining that those things are not good, yet you still want to do it in the name of justice. So the caution, I think that that's where from the beginning, right? I don't just like anybody to just open mouth and condemn any country. You don't know what it takes to be the country either. You don't know. Just because you see America sweet, don't just see it sweet like that. When time comes for you to be there, you understand that it is easy to talk about it, but to put those things in settings, it is not easy. When I'm calling out Baba, I am trying to guide. I'm not just castigating. I'm applying every level of consideration. I said, guys, let's look at it now. This is January, okay? Look at 10 weeks is coming ahead. Within these 10 weeks, don't we think it is good for us to have our own autopsy? And I even put them on the spot. I said, let's say this is 10 weeks because I put everybody on the spot, which now I have let go because you guys defeated me. You guys say patient, I'm rushing. I said, let's say this is 10 weeks. And government bring a result that doesn't please you. And because the court will not stop because of you. Government order will not stop because of you. Are you the one doing the job? No. They have to finalize, do their job. It is their duty to find out what killed Mohbad. What they tell you kill Mohbad, they will do it. You will still need to go to court if you disagree with them. Okay? Now, all this time now, why don't you think that doing another autopsy or toxicology is a good idea? Don't you think that this is a good thing? You say you are working underground. I say, are you sure? How is it going? You say, don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. Okay? And when I look at it, I said, okay, if I am not seeing any sign and you are telling me not to talk about it, then you're doing nothing. Then I conclude, I challenge you, I put you on the spot for you to wake up. It's a technique. I'm not just castigating you. I'm giving you the chance to think about it, to see what I'm saying. And then I said, this guy don't really know the year word. Then I come back and say, this guy, they are negotiating. Because if you're not negotiating and you are not a sellout in a case like this, okay, and you know the right thing, it is better for you to tell me that by January, that January time, it's a good idea. You guys, you have written to the court, okay. You have sent a letter to the court, okay, and you're waiting for the court decision. But in fact, they were discouraging us. They were discouraging me that we have checked. It is going to take process. It's going to long. The process is going to take time. It's court process. Like they are not interested. All right, because why? There is an aim. They know what they want to achieve. When they are saying that Berekete wants the case to get to halfway, they see Berekete out of the 10 week. Look at the mistake. They say Berekete wants the case to get to half week. That is like 5 weeks. Then Berekete will now initiate his own. And they look at them. Let us say Berekete has applied to the court. If it's the same court procedure that you will go through, that Berekete will go through, why didn't you go through the court procedure as earlier? What if you have gone through court procedure as early as January, and then by February, court have granted you the order to go and do your own autopsy, right? Then now you keep the order with you. You wait until your own time of pleasure, okay? Maybe to the 5 weeks. Then that 5 weeks, when the 5 weeks come, you don't need to go to court anymore. You already have order. You just go and get the things done. But it is now that you want to start the process. What if it takes another 2 weeks or 1 month for court to accept the order? And the government has come then. They have done their own result. After 5 days, they have written the cause of death. Do you think they will be waiting for you that, oh, come and show me your own result now before I conclude? Government are not going to wait for you. They are doing their job. If they do their job, you are not pleased, you have to go to court. You have to apply to court again. And if Court is taking time just to approve DNA, approve your basic stuff right now. Is court going to respond to that application as easy as possible as you think? You think because court come out, the corona inquest come out today, they conclude everything, then you get mad, you write to court. You think court will immediately accept it? You are joking. Especially when they understand that they are all in the same system. That come on, these guys will cry to you. That after we end it here, this is the next place that they are coming. Then they wait for you there. You submit there, they are reviewing it. They are checking, they are still reviewing it. Okay. And I want to tell you, guys, I want to give another prediction, okay? First, the next corona inquest is mostly likely to gonna be the end one. Because as long as pathologists will speak, it will be the end. Okay? And now, after then, Baba team will be dismantled. Assignment, mission accomplished. Then, the task will be hard for them. Then they will say, oh, people are not appreciative. We have done much. I'm telling you, I'm seeing what I'm telling you. Then they will leave Baba. Then when they leave Baba now, anybody who wants to come in is difficult. There's nothing anybody wants to do. To be forward is before arm. Watch and see. We are here together. And if they leave Baba then, tell me any new team who come, tell me what they want to do. Any new person who come then, tell me what they want to do, where they want to start from. I don't understand. Then they will not tell you, let's go and protest. This country is not good. Let's go and protest. You are who they go protest, I can protest. When you have not done the right thing, you want to go and protest, then go flog you. Timbaje governor man no elect bani. Mama muni dibai. O boyin yen, mo le ni kon ma do gbogbo yin lo were ni. Olofo ni gbogbo yin. Lopolo. We have law. You cannot read the law and use the law. Fight within the law. Government is being technical. You are being stupid. You are ready to cry. The country is not good. Oh, hey. They cry, no, they tire us. When we say let us calm down, let's check the brain. Let's see what we can get. Okay? Ask questions. And let us put ourselves ahead of time. All right? And be safe. People who look at the front, they want to be safe. That's why. No wise person doesn't think about tomorrow. Only a fool have everything today, eat it. You say, God will provide tomorrow. Who provide for the birds? The birds that flies up and down. They will begin to quote Bible for you, religion. And nobody knows where they will feed the birds. So nobody knows. Nonsense.
Good morning. Good morning.
How are you, Demi?
Yeah, I'm all right. I have a prediction.
I
don't know how Nigerians will take it, but what if the outcome of the inquest reads that Mohbad dead by misadventure, and that nobody is culpable to his demise? How will Nigeria embrace that?
If you guys don't have, if you don't mind, if you have time, let me read the outcome of Funshaw Williams court decision to you. Can I read it? Funshaw Williams. Should I read it?
Yes, please.
Okay, let me put a quick one. Okay, everybody. Funshaw Williams, court acquit defendant, dismisses charge. It's long. Lagos Justice Ebenezer Adebanjo of Lagos High Court at Igboshiri has discharged and acquitted the 6 persons that were accused of killing People Democratic Party bigwig in Lagos State, Funshaw Williams. After 8 years of trial, they walk away from court as free men. Their name is Bulama.
Have consumed some items in his body ab initio the arrival of the nurse. Now, when the nurse came, the nurse asked them questions. They did not give her those things that he consumed. They only said other things. And the nurse administered a regular medication that she would have given to someone in that circumstance she met. You understand what I mean? Now, he was the one that consumed that voluntarily on his own. So the nurse giving him that injection wouldn't be able to save him anyways, because that is going to be cause reaction in a system because of what was there before. Now, on medical ground, you can check, nurse, what did you administer to him? This. Check from a pharmacy and a doctor. Yes, she administered what she ought to administer. So what caused the cause reaction? That should be the report from the toxicology. If the toxicology is able to show some other substances, we are assuming now, is able to show some other substances that cause that chain reaction, then the nurse, if she has a good lawyer, might be left off the hook. Because even if he went to an hospital and is administered the same thing would have happened. You understand what I'm saying?
The probability of doing that is very, very low. In the sense that, I mean, these guys, there will be a lot of interrogations. I mean, when I say thorough interrogations, in the sense that first, the pathologists have to be able to establish one particular substance, okay? I mean, which we are already agreeing upon, okay? One particular strange substance.
This is a toxicology examination.
Yeah. I mean, that is the pathologist. I mean,
toxicology lab.
The toxicologist involved here. Yeah, the toxicologist that is involved here will be able to establish that there is this strange substance, okay, which he took in his own privacy. And if that be the case, okay, first that would have it means they would have checked every other substance. For example, I mean, it was given the beta, what they call it, the Lomo beta or so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they will check everything.
Exactly. They must have checked all of those stuff and then find out that, okay, this person maybe probably on his own closet, okay, have probably one particular medication. And then if they find that in the stream and then they ask everybody, did anybody give him, I mean, do you know of this guy taking this particular substance at any moment, maybe last 1 week ago, 1 month ago? Have you ever seen him? Once they can confirm that, okay, that, oh, he used to take that. Does he take it by himself? Do somebody gives it to him? How does he always take it? Maybe whenever he has pain, whatever he used to take it. Okay. All right, that is taken. Then now, do you guys see him reacting anyhow, somehow? I mean, was there any kind of reaction? Because if this guy have taken an overdose of that particular, I mean, substance, there have to be some reaction, unless it's not an overdose. If for that particular,
you are not getting chemical reactions. You are not getting it.
I know.
Okay, no, I understand. I understand very well. Like, let's say he has taken the substance, okay,
You see,
and
all
then
those questions you are talking about, they don't.
No. That's why I said I catch.
The toxicology, we only list out the substances and show what possibly reacted. Yeah. So if all they need to check is what did the nurse inject, they found that. Other things, she didn't inject it. So it wasn't from her.
Okay, no, but I'm saying that the argument of the Demi Bar, it's nullified. Like his argument cannot stand. And it's weak. Like I'm saying, it's weak in the sense that this guy might have taken anything, or that he's used to taking anything. Okay. Yes. Yeah, he might have been taking anything, yeah. Until the nurse administered injection on him without checking his history. So there's a negligence on the side of the nurse here. Do you agree on that?
You know, the nurse, if you remember part of those things that they said the nurse said, they told the nurse what you are taking. The nurse asked them. So the nurse then got...
Sorry. Let me give you the similar statement. They said that...
Except that is none.
They said he has ulcer. Please wait. They said he has ulcer. Okay. Don't give him diclofenac.
Okay.
Yes. And so, in the statement of one of the persons in DJ said when he went out to buy to the pharmacy, he did not know whether the nurse later gave him back diclofenac. But before he left...
But they will find out in the system.
Exactly.
And,
so, but what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is this one, at the end of the day, go up, condemn anybody. If Mohbad is my client, I will argue to you that either Mohbad was killed intentionally, or he died as a result of a medical unprofessionalism or medical negligence. Because somebody had to put something in him. The person who put something in him, the injection or whatsoever, did you check his medical history? You don't just inject people. I mean, having ulcer is not enough. That's why there's a process to medication. It's not just something, people just do. medically in her own side,
Wait.
she had to make sure that some things.
Already,
I mean,
I'm being a devil's advocate, Papariano. Being a devil's
I get. Go on.
Already, you confirmed that someone told her that he has ulcer. That is the only medical history they provided to her. So the people that gave her his medical history under that circumstance are also negligent because they did not give a full disclosure to her.
I don't have issue with that. They are all negligent, all of them there.
You don't have issue with those people.
Yes.
That was what affected the nurse too. So if the nurse
but Mohbad was killed. That's what I say. Again, no, his argument was that Mohbad, cause of birth, is self-afflicted. I said no.
No. It wouldn't have been like that.
That's what I was telling them. Yeah, it couldn't be like that. You have to link it to somebody, either to the wife, either to the
only
nurse,
if
anybody.
an overdose of drug.
Yes,
say that
and nobody approached him. If nobody approached him, something happened to him, you can say that. But not in this case.
If he had an overdose, whatever it consumed, so that is okay.
The meds that is used before the nurse injects him.
You can only say.
So they only told the nurse, oh, he has ulcer, so don't give him this. They didn't tell the nurse that he had used something before giving him injection.
Yeah, if he was conscious, then you can say it was self-inflicted. But in Mohbad's case, it didn't look like he was conscious. So,
are we even sure that hand that they were